Welcome back. We're still on and we're talking about entrepreneurship. It's very exciting, by the way. And we were talking about the vision, we were talking about other things, all characteristics that would be required in a person who could be an entrepreneur. We're very delighted. We're still having with us live here in the studio engineer Ashraf Tawakol, and he's an entrepreneurship and innovation expert. And he's a real expert, by the way, because the way he is explaining how to attain that spirit of entrepreneurship is very simple and smooth to the layman in the street, to everyone who would like to start his own small business that could boom later on in the future. And we were talking about, I wanted to ask you about vision, because you talked about Amazon and you talked about Mark Zuckerberg and other, I mean, without mentioning names of businesses, but definitely, for sure, people who are starting businesses, even when just it scratch their mind or cross their minds, even if they're on a coffee table or something, having some coffee or something, they should have a vision. I mean,
okay.
And that would make a difference between them and other ordinary people.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But let me reflect on this through tying it with what we were talking about before the break. Entrepreneurship is as well very important, because the entrepreneur himself, when he succeeds, he develops what we call entrepreneurial management skills. Those skills are required not only for somebody who wants to start up his business. These are required by existing businesses so that they can sustain themselves and grow. So that's why entrepreneurial skills and entrepreneurship is very celebrated, a little bit more than small businesses. But small businesses are needed because we cannot live creating new needs. You have to satisfy both. Now, that said, the real thing doesn't start with the vision. The vision comes later. It starts with what we call a purpose. Real entrepreneurs have a purpose. Usually when I consult big firms, I work with early entrepreneurs who are still working with that. I ask them one question. Why are you making this business? And before you answer, don't tell me to make money. Because making money in a business is a mandate. It's not a choice. Even if you're not for profit, you have to make money. Otherwise, you'll close doors.
Of course.
You get what I mean? So making money is the discipline. You have to make money.
But can I get in here?
Please.
How many people have I met or other people have met that have made booming businesses or initiatives or something that became very popular, spread up all over the world and sweep the whole globe, but it was like someone with a cause or someone with...
That's it.
Something that someone had a bad experience with, and he wanted to make other people benefit from. It wasn't all about money.
That entrepreneurs develop is the capability to start with one or two words and stick to them. So, for instance, Apple. Their main purpose is change. That's it. They are on a mission to change anything.
Change
to better. So they say, I had some ties with Apple back in the days, they say it all inside. We come every day to this company to change the way people work, learn and play. Okay?
This is called a vision. If you translate it,
that's a purpose. The vision actually is how I'm going to translate that. So Apple changes things by making technology unnoticed by the user. That's the main difference between, without naming brands. But what Apple does, that's their vision. So the vision is how I am going to do the purpose. So most of people, they have a cause or a purpose, but they don't know. They jump directly to the vision. And that sometimes is the reason why they give up. When things go hard, they give up. Why? Because they're looking at a small brick. They don't have the bigger picture. Nobody helped them to clarify the bigger picture, which is actually the compass for the real north. That's the thing that will help them to change perspectives, to change angles. I want to help blind children learn alphabets easier. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing enablement. It's
That's
not
the
imposed.
purpose.
That's the purpose. So now, with that clear in my mind, if I am stuck with making it for the blind children, but while I'm trying that, I will find something that will help deaf children, I will do it. But if I'm focusing on the vision, just the first part, without going back to my actual cause or my actual purpose, either I will get stuck or I will not grow. So vision is always informed by a cause, an inner thing. And that cause never changes. This is the only thing, coupled with the values, that in the science and the theories of management we say they never change in the life of an enterprise. From the very time of it was a small entrepreneur with a very small company to when it became a multi-billion dollar business. Purpose and the values, they never change. And actually the way we were taught it, ask yourself, imagine the worst thing that would happen. Would you change them? If the answer is yes, then you have to cross them. They are not a purpose, they are not a value.
What are they then?
They are nice wishes. Why are we doing this? Why are we saying this? Because we want the positive persistence. We want the willingness. We want the, I don't know how to say it in English, but we want the insistence on fulfilling the cause.
So it's not all about money most of the time.
It's not about money at all, because not-for-profits, they don't make profit, right? The name of the organization is a not-for-profit organization. Not-for-profit means they do not distribute profits, but it does not mean they don't make money. You get what I mean? They have to make money. Yesterday we had sort of a small symposium on Zoom with some startups. We were discussing business models. So I told them, fundraising is a business model. You just have to decide how you're going to reach your cause. Wikipedia is a not-for-profit, but it's one of the biggest internet companies. It doesn't sell ads, it doesn't make any money, but because they showed the world how valuable they are, they fundraise. Every year they put their budget, and their CEO goes on a fundraising campaign so that he can collect the money. Other technology companies like Firefox is a not-for-profit company. So you have to find the way and the value that you're creating for the customer. That's the problem with innovative entrepreneurship. The value is new, so users don't take it easily, so you take a longer time. But if you're focused on the cause, then the means of the idea is a mean to reach that cause. But you can change it. That's what happened with Facebook. That's what happened with Uber. That's what happened with Airbnb. That's what happened with Pinterest. Any of them never ended succeeding as a successful company with the original means they started with the original idea.
Developed, you mean?
Yes. They developed something else, but the cause is the same. Which, in other words, we can call it, for the sake of the argument, the vision is the same.
I guess yes, but at the same time, the vision is always there. I mean, it starts from the beginning and all the way until the end.
It's part vision, part purpose. For simplifying it for people, we say it's a vision, but the real spark of the vision is an inner cause that you want to achieve.
I guess, yes, that was very, very, very informative. Thank you so much, Engineer Ashraf Tawakol, your entrepreneurship and innovation expert.
Thank you.
It was a real pleasure having you here.
No, the pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And I guess that would bring us to the end of this edition of Windows and Current Affairs. And until we see you again next week, that's a goodbye.